Psychology. That's going to be today's topic. We're going to go over everything you need to know about psychology and how for you to become a profitable trader as fast as possible. Okay, so I'm going to go over what you need to do pre-market. Okay, what educational books you need to read to have this locked in your brain. Okay, and we're going to go over emotions, your entry, and how you should exit trades also. Okay, so I'll move to the screen now. Okay, so psychology, what I set up here on the chart, this is a key level, okay? So this is our key level. We're going to have this one here. Key level, key level. So these levels is where you're going to enter, okay? This is your pre-market. So market open is, let's say, at this line. This is your market close. This is your pre-market right here. So let's say you have your levels set. This is your strategy, right? You have your levels set right here. And what you're going to do is only execute the strategy that you know. That's it. Nothing else. No other moves you need to catch. Just your strategy, okay? That is going to save your port forever. You just execute what you know. So we'll do a demonstration. So let's say it opens here on market open, right? It chops a bit and then it tests one of your levels. What you do is when it does, let's say exit a bid the level, you enter, right? You're entering your puts right here. So once you enter your puts, what you have to know before you even enter this, while it's still chopping right here, what you need to know is have your TPs ready. So places where you're going to sell instantly. No hesitation, you sell, okay? And then what you also do, once you're entered, you have a stop loss set. Mental stop loss, you don't actually need to enter it on your contracts. Just a mental stop loss that you will exit and execute that exit once it breaks above that. So do another demonstration. So let's say you enter right here, you have your stop loss ready at market open price, for example. And then, it reverses a bit and then it retests and then goes to your first TP. So instantly what you do is you put in your sell order, limit price, let's say a wick or two below, right? So that's what I recommend so that it always hits your TP. So let's say it's a little bit further. If ever it does retrace back, perfect, you're out. That is 60 to 70% of your position out instantly. First TP is hit, you do not hesitate, you just execute. Even if you think the move's going to go further, you just execute, take your money off the table, okay? Collect that cash instantly. Once that's done, let's say it reverses back, you sell your remaining at, let's say, break even, okay? You've still made 60 to 70% of your of your position in profit. Now, let's say I'll just erase that. Let's say it does continue lower. You have another TP set already mentally. This is where you exit pretty much the remaining of your position instantly again. You put it a little bit below so that if ever it does retest, instantly out. If it continues more, then, scale. So you push this line right here, this line that you put your limit order, you keep pushing it closer and closer and closer in stages until it reverses back and closes your order. Now, what I recommend after you've closed out, let's say, 90% of your position, 95% of your position, you keep one or two contracts, just kind of let them go, okay? So they can either go back and go to zero, or they can continue and then give you some really nice profits that could be as much as your 60% of your position. That happens sometimes. You just have to let it go, Let it do its thing. The last two contracts, they're already paid for because of the profits you've already locked in. So those last couple contracts, you just kind of let them go. They can either be in some crazy profits at one point, then you exit them once you're happy, or you just kind of let them die. It's fine. You've already made your money for the day. You're done, right? And once one of your plays work, you don't try to find that trend or that trend right here and then the break. Just be done for the day. That is my biggest advice. Once your play worked and you don't have any other setups predetermined in your brain for the day, you just exit. You're done for the day, move on. Close your screen and just move on. Okay? Now, just remove that. And for the stop loss, I'll give you an example for the stop loss. Okay, so we're going back to market open. Let's say same thing. We'll do the calls as an example for this time. Okay, so it chops up a bit, tests this, then it goes to your call line. So you enter your trade. You have your maybe this low right here. You have your stop loss set. So stop loss set. Let's say move doesn't really go to your first take profit right here. Let's say this is your first TP, this line right here. Okay. Let's say it doesn't go to your TP, it kind of goes a bit and then reverses and goes to your stop loss. What I recommend for your stop loss, don't exit instantly when it just hits your stop loss. Okay, just don't instantly exit. What I always recommend is the closure of that candle that you're looking at, wait for that to close, for it to confirm to you that the move is done and it's hit your stop loss and you should be out. So what I mean by candle closure, I'll explain. So this is your candle right here, okay? Let's say while you're looking at it, obviously this top part or lower part right here is moving up and down, right? Because that candle is still not done moving. Once it's closed, so that means that it moves on to your next candle. Once that's done, that's where you exit. If it's obviously below your stop loss or at your stop loss. Once this candle closes, you exit instantly, okay? As a trader, all you do is execute your setup and execute your stop losses and TPs. That's it. There's nothing more to do. You just execute what you do. There's no emotions. Oh no, I think this is going to go back. None of that. You just execute your trade. Yes, it could do this. That's completely possible, but it could also do this extremely quickly. And then you just lose your whole position, and then you wiped out your whole week's profit. Okay, so just execute what you predetermined pre-market. Okay, so that's how you do stop losses. You wait for the candle closure. That's what I recommend because it's happened to me once. It just wicks at your thing or at your stop loss. It just wicks down and then it goes back up and then, you know, does its thing. So always wait for candle closure for this, not for TPs, for stop losses. That's what I recommend. That's what I do. And it's saved me a couple times. And not following your stop loss or averaging down, I do not recommend. The only time I recommend averaging down, I'll give you a good example. Just erase this. So when I recommend averaging down is, let's say, it goes past your entry right here, and it's not quite at your TP, and then it slowly reverses back with low volume, and then when it's at your level again, this is called a retest. Okay, so it's retesting your level. What you can do here is buy a little bit more contracts, a little bit more. This could be over here. You just buy a bit more, not your full position, a bit more, and then you're a little heavier. If it goes down here, sell instantly. Okay, everything. But the good thing about a little retest like this is once it retests the level, sometimes it could continue and then your take profit is even more. But at that first take profit, you're going to remove your 60 to 70% of that position and everything you added on top. So everything you added at this retest, you will also remove at your first take profit. Just to be sure to lock in those, take the money out of the table, take it out of the risk. Okay, and then obviously same thing for the call side as we did for the put side. You know, wait for your second TP or whatever, and the runners, let that go. So yeah, so that goes over a bit of psychology, and really psychology is kind of the word we use in the trading, you know, atmosphere and niche. But It's really just executing the setup that you know. There's no hesitation. There's no emotions of, oh, it might not work, or oh, this is going to work a lot and you full port. No, none of that. You stick to your risk management that we've gone over in a different video, and you just enter and exit. That's it. You are the machine. You've set up everything pre-market. That's where you can analyze is pre-market. Once market opens, you're done analyzing. There's no more analyzing to do. You just execute the setup. That's it. Okay. So yeah, I'll give you two amazing educational books about this. These are the two I personally enjoyed the most and taken the most value out of from all the books I've read the last couple of years. So I've already pulled them up here. So this is what I recommend. There's a bundle on Amazon. Get that one. It's great. That's what I got. So the Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas, that is his first edition. That's his first book. So I recommend starting with that one. And then the second book is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. The Disciplined Trader goes over more how you need to, show up every day. You have to execute the setup. Trading the Zone goes more over examples of traders that he's helped over his career. And well, both of these, there's examples of traders he's helped in his career and gives you kind of live examples of other traders' issues and stuff. And, but Trading in the Zone, really good for understanding how to execute and to not overthink and not use your emotions while you trade. So those are both the educational books I recommend for psychology. You really don't need more than that. Yeah, so let me go back here to camera. So that'll be it for the psychology. It's really about letting your emotions aside while trading and just executing the setups. Okay, so you are the machine. You've already done your analysis and you just execute it every single day. And sometimes it won't work. That's completely normal. What you have to do is just stop. Don't keep on the screen and waiting for something else. You stop and you just close the screen. Okay? You just close it, come back the next day. The market will always be open the next day. Okay, obviously if it's Friday, then it's going to go to Monday, but the market will always come back. You have to just be disciplined enough to close your screen and walk away. If you've lost, if you've won, whatever it is, you walk away. Okay? So that'll be a little psychology thing, psychology video. I think that goes over about everything. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Also, first link in the description is the Discord. You can join. I put all my setups there out for everyone to see, completely free. There's no charge or anything. And yeah, that's the psychology part of trading. Just really execute the setup. That's all you need to know. Execute. Okay. So yeah, so that'll be it for today, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.